grants, you know.
Some people have had it, you know, the big challenge having to have access to such grants. Of course, we know that they're trying to do everything possible to ensure that this money gets to the SMEs in the country. Joe, partnership is the next thing that I would like us to look at. I know that you've been involved in some level of partnership. So how does that work out for a business owner? What should he or she look out for if he wants to go into partnership with anybody to grow a business?
On a lighter part, I would say first, if you want to go into partnership, think about document.
Okay.
It's important. You know, sometimes we allow emotion to go. We just flashes on the boardroom and
my brother in church.
Yeah.
Everything has to be well documented.
Yeah, it's important. You must have the mindset that I will be ready to go through the pains and the tough moment of making sure I'm looking at the I's that need to be dotted. All the terms of that partnership should be documented. Very important. But I would say partnership is a very interesting business model to get involved in. For me and for Edward and some other persons, we've practically worked, you know, you need to look at your strength as a business person. I enjoy a lot of strategic alliances, and that's a form of partnership too. And it works for me, and it's a very strong business model that we've used that has worked for our organization. And that's we're going to keep doing that until we are alive, doing business. But in doing all of that, it's important somebody must be bringing something on board because it's a contract between two parties. A must have what he's bringing on board, B must have what he's bringing on board, and all of these things will be defined, what goes to who, what comes to who. If it means you're having a joint account, there's some partnership, we've gotten involved, we have to open a bank account outside our normal corporate account to make sure that partnership has that account and the parties involved are joint signatory, and there are conditions to withdraw funds from that account. So all of these things need to be stated, but people must bring something on board. If you don't bring anything on board, that's when you can feel a bit limited in that partnership. But make sure you have something to offer, and all of those things are documented.
Edward, what has been your experience going into partnership?
Is the way to go. It's simple. From the good book, one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. You know, so some of the things you are struggling with, once you collaborate, instead of competing, you have better results. 3 fundamental things I will tell people to look at in partnership. 1, look out for the vision, the people, because again, if we're not saying the same thing, if we're not going the same area, we may not be able to work together. There will be division. So look out for the vision. 2, look out for the values. Do we share similar value? Is this person sincere? Is he open? Does he paint things? I do some trainings with Joel, and he doesn't even tell me what we are going to, what we are being paid, how we are getting paid. I just know he's a man of integrity, tried and tested, you know, and whenever I get my letter, even when the client delays, I say they are doing invoicing and reprocessing and it's going into hundreds of days, if he said he has not collected the money, he has not collected it, and he has honestly not collected the money. Values. Then lastly, watch out for vultures. So there's the V, vision, there's the V, value, then there's also vultures. Vultures meaning things will go bad. There will be areas of quarrel, disagreement.
How do you manage it?
You manage it based on how you get to manage it.
I think sincerity is important there. And like Edo said, over time, partnership are tested over time. Time is a test of how you work with people. I mean, when problem comes up, be open to talk. There will always be conflict.
But some business owners do not really like the idea of partnership.
True. Yeah.
Do they really have to, form some kind of partnership? Do you think it is important for you to succeed in business?
Partnership comes in different form. I mean, sometimes most business owners, like you said, we all have different nature. We all have different temperament. We have different belief system, how we grew, and most people, based on their past experiences, you can't take that away. They don't really want to go into partnership. But the truth is, as your business keep growing, the truth is you may get involved in a very strong bid and they're telling you need a technical partner. What are you going to do? Sometimes the business, the opportunities that is in front of you determines whether you need a partnership sometimes or not. So the truth is you have to open up your mind, look at the numbers, look at the walls, look at the figures, look at the terrain closely, then you'll be able to see how you take that frog leap.
Then the use of technology, I think you'll try to touch on that in the course of this discussion. Okay. Right now, we're all going online, we're all going e-commerce, e-payment. Electronic is the name of the game, going electronic. Yeah. To what extent do you think we should take advantage of what technology is offering businesses right now?
Any small business that is not online is making a terrible mistake, and I feel very sorry for such company. And it doesn't have to be expensive. There are about or over 40 million Nigerians going online on a daily basis. So going online doesn't have to be expensive. Have a web presence. Leverage on social media. You could have advert. We have advert on Google, on Facebook. $50, $100, pay per click, pay per impression. These things are not expensive, and they just put you out there, and people get to make a search, find out about business plan, money, funding in Nigeria, and your name just comes out, and they take you to your site. So that generates leads for me, generates prospects. So there are some things I don't have to break my head over. I can still do my conventional prospecting and marketing here and there, but again, leverage, have a web presence. You can even add SMS to, you can have email marketing to it. Those are technology, and very, very important. Social media, having a web presence, staying on where you think your customers are going online. Just like the way GTB Bank brought account opening to Facebook. Do you understand? For a particular market segment they were trying to chase. So go with them, stay with them, go everywhere, and be there. Just be there.
Just my little, just to do some little deviation. As we're looking at business development in a holistic perspective. When it comes to technology, it helps your business process very fast. Your accounting process, even your customer service, your customer database. You don't need to be looking at where did I type this. You already have this in your. Now we have iPad. What do we call the eyes and the eyes? You can
the iPhone.
Somebody will say iVex. You can have all of that. Just being friendly with technology, being savvy, makes work easier for you. You have you have access to a database. You have access to, you want to check your records. You want to know what you have done. So technology is, apart from the social media and advertising, it just helps you.
All right. I just have one more question very quickly, and maybe I'll just throw that at Edward. How do you think you can help businesses that die? Because I hear that businesses in the first 5 years of being established, the die. So what do you think should be done, to keep such business going even after 5, 10, 15 years?
You talk to them, almost like put them in a support group, because at the point where my business also had to hiccup, like packing up, I thought I was the only person going through that. But when I spoke to somebody, so there's no temptation that has overtaken you, such as not common to men. Every person is pressed or challenged. So when you put people in a larger picture, not just within their own sphere, it helps them to see the bigger picture. Talk to mentor, have a consultant, discuss, and see if the business fail, there's no problem with that. If I an entrepreneur, incubate another business, go to CSC again, start all over again, do something. Except you just want to close shop and go and pick up a job, then that's it.
Let me just throw this.
You have just 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I need to close.
Just bring the business to us. We'll do a brief analysis of the business, and we'll take it to the business development stages again.
All right, Joe.
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to charge you for that. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time. It's very interesting conversation with you, and I'm really delighted to have you here. I had a delightful experience.
Wow, that's customer experience.
All right, Joe Osebo is the CEO of Carnage Enterprise Solution, and Edward Desene at the Kinetics Associate. They'll be talking about business development, not just for the small, medium, but also for the big corporates. So I'm sure you will have learned one or two things from the program. We do appreciate your time with us as well on the show. Thank you so much for watching. I am Bolaji Akinwale.